Now that is my jam when I'm on my way to work. Period. No, but for real, I didn't know nothing about this girl. Do you know this girl?
I don't.
Okay, but I like some of the songs that I've been hearing, but I've been only hearing radio-based songs. So I'm like,
I don't even listen to the radio, so.
Yeah. Okay, so the radio for me is like on the way to work. Like, other than that, I'll play the Bluetooth in my car. But on the way to work, Nick Cannon be jamming. I don't know. But anyway, hi guys, this is another episode, the 25th episode of G Vibes. If you don't know, G Vibes is G9 with the vibes only. Because everybody like, what do the G stand for? G, because my name is a G and I'm a G, that part. So I have a guest in the house. She is one of my friends. I've been knowing her since high school. Girl, we on here to talk about fitness and entrepreneurship and a little bit of girl talk, so y'all stay tuned. So Jeanette, can you give us your name, your Instagram, or whatever you want to say?
Okay, well, my name is Jeanette Johnson. My Instagram is jbubblin, JAYBUBBLIN. How are you guys doing tonight?
Okay, I wanted to tell you guys something that's so funny. So I wanted to tell you guys, nothing about us, is that I've been wanting to get back into fitness and I can't. As much as I be trying, it's one of those things that I'll get back on. Like, I'm walking every day at work around my job, Harbor. I'll walk every day after lunch and do that. But I haven't been able to hit the track yet like I used to, the treadmill, all of that. So we're going to give her some questions on fitness. You ready?
I am.
Okay, so I wanted to know, first of all, we're going to get into it. What inspired you to get into fitness?
Well, for me in high school, I was very athletic. So my main focus was to keep that momentum. I definitely didn't want to leave out of high school and just be like, oh my gosh, like, I'm out of shape. I want to wear certain things and the buttons is pulling. For me, I can't see myself be let go like that. So for me, motivating myself to actually get back into fitness is just finding something that was fun. Whether it was pole dancing, whether it was...
Oh, you did pole dancing?
I did.
How was pole dancing?
It's hard.
Okay, so you know how to do it, but you don't know how to do it?
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Like, I wouldn't say that I can come out with no routine and just be like, damn. But, with a little bit of direction and instructions, I'm like, okay, I can do a little something.
Period.
There you
go.
So
you be on the... Okay, I'm going to tell you that off the camera. Go ahead, though.
But, pole dancing, and then, like, the jobs that I had, they had various, like, what do you call it?
Boot camps?
Not boot camps, but like team building exercises where we go play softball. So I always stayed active. That was my main thing, was to stay active. So it just continued to motivate me to like just, want to be healthy, want to be able to run a lap if I need to, or hell, get away from somebody if I need to.
Oh, God.
I can't be holding on to my knees.
Girl, not your knees. No, that's funny because if you guys check her Instagram out, when I say she be getting it. Okay, so how do you get through the days you don't want to get up and go work out?
I think about my why. So pretty much why I started working out, if I'm laying in the bed and I'm just like, oh my God, I don't feel like going, I think about that why. Like, why did you start? Why are you continuing? And I get up. And then on top of it, my trainer, I hear his voice in my head, Jay, get your ass up.
Oh.
So I'm like, oh, wait, can we curse later?
Yeah. We open, James. We can curse.
Okay, cool. But yeah, like, I have my trainer's voice in my head. So not only do I motivate myself, but he motivates me too as well.
Oh, I need to give it your trainer.
Yes, you do. He's also a fellow Libra.
He is?
Yes, he is.
So he already know what I'm thinking.
He already know what you're thinking.
You know what? When is his birthday?
It is, I think, don't kill me, Carl, if you're watching this. I think October 16th.
Oh, and I'm the 18th, so he really know. Okay.
Yeah, y'all close.
Well, you already told me what motivates you to stay fit. So what's the biggest misconception about losing weight you think?
That is easy. A lot of people feel like,
because they always tell us that.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. And for somebody who's been doing it since high school, it's not easy. Once you fall off, it is very hard to get back on. Yeah. It's like, think of you being in a pool and you on one of those medicine balls and you're trying to get on top of it, but you just keep sliding back down. Yeah.
It's so crazy because last year I lost 21 pounds.
Okay.
And I think what happened was more so in January I had a stroke, small stroke. And yes, and not to get on me, but this is just the reason why I started working out is because well they told me that it was a small stroke when they looked to see what was going on because I was having headaches and dizziness all the time. So they found out that I had a small stroke, but they told me that it was from years ago. It was small. It could have been when I was a kid. It could have been whenever. They don't know when it happened. They just know it happened.
Right.
But they told me that I need to still like work out and do all these things and take a baby aspirin every day. So that's what made me that motivated me to like get into fitness. So I got joined the Herbalife class. I didn't really do the shakes. Ooh, I hope the person is not listening. My coach wasn't listening, but I didn't really do the shakes like that because I was always hungry. But that motivated me to keep going. And that's what I feel like some people with losing weight, when you have something like, oh, I need to get in this dress or I have to do this, like that's what motivates a lot of people to get into losing weight. But your why is very important. Yeah. And you have to get up and think like that. Like, why am I doing this? Why? Is it going to keep me healthy? Like,
so for you, that's a great story, you know, and that actually happened to you. So that is your why, because you don't ever want to be in a position to where that happens again. Yeah, that was so long ago and you didn't know about it, but just think if it would have been worse. Yeah. So each time you feel like, dang, I don't want to get up today and go run, or I don't want to go to the gym today, just think of that, why you started in the first place. Yes. And let that be your motivation, and also let that be something that may motivate other people. Right. Yeah.
And sometimes I think about exactly what you said. That's crazy. Okay, thank you. Taking supplements. Ooh. The good and the bad. What can you tell us about that?
Well, I don't take supplements.
Well, I know because I see how you be moving. You don't look like you
I don't take supplements.
Do you agree with them? Do they work?
I wouldn't know if they work because I don't take them. Right. But like I know of people that do take them. I won't say any names.
Of course.
But in my opinion, I don't know if it's working for them or if it's not. I have no idea. Maybe they're taking the supplements just thinking that something will happen, which is not going to happen. A pill's not going to just, now unless you're going to go get surgery, then that's where something's just going to happen right there. Right. But I don't think a supplement is going to necessarily change right then there. You also have to do the work. Yeah. So, and I feel like some people that take supplements, they rely on the supplements, and then that's how they get discouraged. Like, oh, I'm not losing nothing, or I'm not, like, what's going on? I'm just about to completely fall off, and then now you got all these supplements, and then it may have a reverse effect. You may start gaining weight.
You know what? That's so crazy because it's like what people always say, a lifestyle change. I used to believe that people were lying about, fitness people would say, it's a lifestyle change, and I'd be like, y'all just got a word that y'all trying to make us believe.
Which part is a lifestyle change? The supplements?
No, when you losing weight. And then when I got into it, it was really you had to change your way of eating, your way of thinking, and the way you do work out. You have to be, the thought process is there. Like,
well, I will say it is a lifestyle change.
I'm talking to you.
That I will agree with. It is a lifestyle change because at the end of the day, once you get used to doing something and it becomes a learned behavior for yourself, you get accustomed to it. It's just like when you're on a job and you're training for that job. The more you train for that job, eventually you get better. Yeah. So working out, doing your research, understanding, how much protein you need to have, how many veggies you need to have, of course, not drinking soda, but drinking more water. Like there's a lot of things that entail into
got my water
into the fitness world. It's a lot of things. I actually stopped drinking soda back in high school.
Oh, you was already ready.
I was ready because for me, like, not only did soda give me acne, but I also was like gaining weight. People may say, oh, you've always looked good. No,
to me, I was about to say, like, I never seen you look the same from high school.
I've always maintained. Oh. So for me, we about balance. Yeah. So it's like where I'm not gonna lie, I go to In-N-Out. I'll get a double-double, you know what I'm saying, animal style with French fries, animal style, and shoot, I'm not.
You do that too?
I'm not ashamed to say, forget the soda, I'll get a milkshake.
Okay, so wait. You said you on a non-sugar diet off the camera.
No. I haven't did that recently, but I'm saying that's what I would do. So that's what I'm saying. I don't want people to think like, oh, you don't eat this, you don't eat that. No, I eat. love food. But at the same time, you know, again, like, I always have to think to myself, like, okay, is this going to make me feel good? Is this going to, you know, store in my body in a certain type of way? Like, so, you know, it is a lifestyle change once you start doing it. It becomes a habit. You start meeting other fitness friends, and it's just like, okay.
Yeah,
hey,
and
girl.
it's so much fun. Do you know the people that get healthy together? It's the happiest people. Like, I swear to God, fitness people be so happy when they on their journey. They smiling. It's like it's really a different feeling. Like, I felt not only smaller, I felt good. And so when I started eating better, I was like, oh, I feel like shit again.
Girl, I love bacon, but not no more.
Oh, not bacon.
I love bacon. I used to eat bacon almost like every day.
So what do you eat now? What is your daily routine of eating? What do you eat?
Now it varies. So I'll wake up in the morning and so let's run this back. Now I'm starting to go to the gym in the mornings. So I don't eat anything before I go to the gym. So and most people, they'll call it fasted cardio or something like that. So that's what I normally do. Once I'm done, then I'll go to Mother's Market and get like a celery, ginger, lime, and kale juice. And then I love avocado, so I get avocado toast.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
Yeah, so that's my breakfast, and then I just snack in between. But I'm more cautious of what I eat now. If we would have had this interview about 3-4 months ago, my eating habits would have been different.
Okay, any tips or tricks to losing weight?
There's no tricks.
Okay, no tricks.
But there are tips, and the tips I say is, you know, make sure you have a good meal plan already set, because when you have a meal plan set, it's easier for you to stay on course.
Yep.
When you don't have that meal plan set, you like, dang, what I'm gonna eat, and then you start looking in your cabinet and you start making stuff like we were making when we were in college,
like noodles.
Add an egg to
all
it,
the
trying to make our own ghetto ramen. Nah.
Put the sausage in it.
There you go. Add our own seasoning plus the seasoned packet, and then at that point you done fell off.
I did that on the way here.
Oh.
Definitely noodles and seasoned salt, and not seasoned salt, garlic salt.
Okay, that's an herb, you know.
Okay. The last question: what can you say to inspire the people to get into fitness?
I would definitely say, once you start, don't stop. Even if you feel like you fell off, at the end of the day, the journey is what's going to be the most rewarding, because you're going to say at some point, I feel healthier. I feel fitter. Like I accomplished something. So never give up. Never stop going. Stay on it. And again, like I said, find some people that are into fitness too. You know, once you find those people that are in fitness, you guys all start having the same goals. And then it's like, okay, you guys are starting to hang out together. And it's like, okay, well, she not eating this, let me not eat it. Holding each other accountable.
Yeah, I like that. Hey, y'all didn't hear that harmony. Anyway, so you guys, Jeanette not only is the fitness guru to me, I call her the fitness guru, to myself. She don't know yet, but now you know. I'm like, girl, that girl be getting you and a couple of people. But she is an entrepreneur, y'all. And she's going to talk to you guys about her business that's been booming for a minute, huh? How long you started ago? How long ago you started?
Well, legally.
Not legally.
Meaning like not registered with the courts.
Yeah.
I've been doing it for maybe about, 4 years? But now actually registered with the court, operating as a legal business. This is my 2nd year.
That is dope. Okay, so tell us a little bit about your business, and then I have some questions for you.
Okay, so my business is Radiant Event Rentals, and I simply supply tables, chairs, backdrops. I actually do the design of parties. I'm not an event planner, but I do designing. So that's the difference and the misconception people have when they see Radiant Event Rentals. They're like, oh, are you an event planner? I can plan events, but I'm more so behind the scenes. I supply.
So I can come to you for tables and chairs and
tables, chairs, backdrops. If you want to have an outdoor movie night, I have blow-up movie screens.
Really? I didn't. Okay, so I looked into your stuff, but I didn't see that, and I'm like, oh, what can I ask about event planning? But you're a rental company.
I do. So I don't mind planning an event, but I'm not an event planner.
Okay.
So
it's two different things.
It's two different things.
So don't call her to be doing a baby shower. Call her to get the stuff for the baby shower.
Right, because if you call me to event planning, understand that that has a cost to it.
Okay. Okay, so is this your passion? How did you get into this?
So how can I say it? So designing is my passion.
Okay.
Event planning is not really my passion. Designing is my passion. Being able to create and recreate somebody's idea and bring it to life.
Yeah.
That right there is like, that's awesome to me.
Right.
You know, so me getting started, I honestly don't know how I got started doing this. Like, I really don't know.
Jumped into it?
I just jumped into it. And you know what? Let me take that back. I worked at schools for like the first couple of years of my career. Mm-hmm. And whenever they had events, I was always asked to do it. So for that matter, I'm just like, that's how I would say that I probably got into it. And I just took it by storm.
Okay.
And I was just like, all right, you know. So this is why I know the difference between event planning and what I do now, because I started off as one. Mm-hmm. And I thought, you know, I can make great money, you know, being an event planner. But nah.
Okay. Mm-mm. So what are the challenges you've been going through, facing, and with this whole opening and giving people stuff and like that?
Not getting the support from family and friends that you need. I get it now, but in the beginning, that support wasn't there. People felt like, oh, you know, because I'm your friend, you know, I quote unquote deserve something for free. But they need to understand, like, if you're here to support me, you're supporting me by paying me. Because once you pay me, that money then turns over and is put back into the business. And now, you know, the business is growing. Once the business grows bigger, then I don't mind saying, I got you.
Yeah, I don't understand that part.
Yeah, like I don't get this stuff for free, so I don't feel like anybody else should get it for free, you know? So.
And I honestly think that you guys will go to somebody else and get it and pay whatever they tell you. So why wouldn't you get it from a friend and do the thing?
Exactly. Especially knowing, you know what I'm saying, that I will produce and do a great job.
Yeah.
So, you know, that was one of the...
Right. Give her the dangalangs over there. Give her the sparkles.
So that's one that's something that I face in challenges. And then just dealing with outside people who want to nickel and dime you. Like, oh, that's how much that is? Oh, okay, well, can you tell me how much this is? Like, you know, just getting information from you just to see, and then, you know, they don't end up going with you. It's just like, now you've wasted my time.
And then they be like, oh, I can get that for cheaper somewhere else, but I'm going to get this from you. And then that comes with the package.
Right.
And you be like,
So I just tell people, like, look, however you look at it, you're going to spend the same amount, if not more. Yeah. Because everybody has their own understanding of what stuff costs, delivery, how far you're going. You know, it just all depends. So for me, I'm like, look, I'll work with you guys. I'll do as much as I can, but I'm not going to undercompensate myself to make your party something, because this is my livelihood. This is my job.
Okay, give me that high five right there. She deserved a sparkle or some claps, one of them. So what are you looking for next, expanding and stuff like that? To
have a showroom, have somewhere, because right now, my mentor, she owns a event space that's really actually located off of Crenshaw, Manchester, called Event Suite, and that's where I store most of my stuff at. Mm-hmm. And she's actually been like guiding me and just showing me the ropes. And whereas I may be too nice, she'd be like, "Nah, F that. This is what you need to do, and this is how you need to do it." She said, you need to stop being nice. You are a business.
You are a Libra girl. We too nice.
We too nice because we want to see everybody happy. We
everybody win. Period.
And we tend to do for others before we do for ourselves, and that's where I'm always caught in a box, and I'm just like, dang. Like,
and we always get the person to tell us like why you did that and you knew better, like
all the time. So I'm looking to expand. Like I said, to get my own showroom where people can come and they can actually look and see things set up, and, you know, I can have a consultation and actually just grow, like purchasing more chairs and tables, because right now I'm limited to a space. So I can't purchase as much as I want because I'm like, where am I going to put it at?
Aww, so, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Okay, give us the most important thing you learned so far about entrepreneurship.
Never give up and never settle for less, and know your worth.
Period. I'm gonna stop saying period.
No, you're not.
But that is a period.com right there.
It is.
Never giving up. That I think that's a trait of Libras too. Not to be on our zodiac sign, but I'm just saying.
We don't give up.
We don't give up. Even when we fail, we will get back up again. I don't know what it is. Figure it out.
We're going to figure it out.
We may be a little unbalanced and all over the place, but we'll get to settledness in a minute. Have you ever failed a job and was really butthurt about it?
I wouldn't say I've necessarily failed a job, but I will say I have messed up on my end, but the client didn't know. So that's why I said I wouldn't say that I've necessarily failed a job. It's more so like if you're doing a dance routine and you mess up, you don't stop. You keep going. Incorporate that into your routine. Don't nobody have to know that wasn't a part of it, you know?
Yeah.
So for me, like if something goes wrong, like if I forgot some table linen or something, I'm gonna go figure it out. I'm gonna say, look, I'll be right back. If some balloons pop, if somebody orders some balloons, look, I'm gonna, go handle this. I'm always going to take care of the situation before the client knows that it's a problem.
That's a good idea to do. Okay, what advice would you give someone trying to open up a business and how to just get started?
Do your research. Do your research.
That's it?
As of right now, yeah, do your research. Make sure this is something that you want to do. Find your audience. Find out, what areas you want to sell in, who you want to,
your audience to be.
Yeah, who you want your audience to be. Because I think a lot of people get distracted by that. Like they say, oh, for instance, like the waist trainers that I'm coming out with.
Oh, you didn't tell me that. Let's get back. Let's go back for a second with your fitness. You got
waist trainers? I'm coming out with a waist trainer line, Body by Genetics.
Okay, and I like the name.
Plus hard work.
Oh, I like that.
So
that's cute.
I am coming out with a waist trainer line, and for that, I had to really do my research. What type of material to use? If it needs bones in it, and the bones are just the piping that it's in. Do I want one strap? Do I want two straps? What are the target areas? Who do I want my audience to be? Do I just want it to be fitness people? Do I want to be, people that's coming out of, labor, that needs to get that snapback, so
to everybody.
So this is going to be for everybody. If guys want to wear it, guys can wear it too.
Oh,
that's
my boyfriend better not put that on.
No, he bet not. But there are some guys that may want to wear the waist trainer. So I'm like, look, it's for you too. It's going to come in small all the way to extra large.
So when you come, how that come out?
I'm hoping for it to drop in April.
This April?
This April.
Girl,
I'm currently working with graphic designers right now for the logo, and I've already started the process of getting everything made. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna have an interview on that when we come, like with the cameras there, and I try it on and all of that. Oh yeah, absolutely. We both gonna try it on, do a little, quick little workout, little segment, little boomerang. He turned my mic, James. You know what my mic do when I be like. And then the mic don't be on. I be trying to say my, hey. Welcome back to Chief Vice. This is the 25th episode with Jeanette, y'all. Okay, you guys, I love relationship talks. Everybody knows I love a relationship talks. So I wanted to ask Jeanette a couple of relationship questions that we could talk about because this is a Girl Talk episode 2. So why not? Okay, what's the most important thing you have learned about yourself from a past relationship, you think? Communication, learning how to communicate effectively. Like if something is bothering me, say it because they can't read minds. Right. So, do you think men have a problem reading? I mean, do you think men have more problems communicating, or like, do you feel like men is if we don't force them to communicate, do you think that they will communicate with us? I'm not gonna say all, y'all. That's some men do and some men don't. It's like some women do and some women don't. For me, I feel like it was more so of not the fact that I couldn't communicate, but the fact that I didn't feel, I don't even want to say the word safe, but I didn't feel like I could communicate. Like I felt like
with the person
the person that I was with. And not to say that he's a bad person or anything. It's just the aura that he, you know, had. It just, whenever I felt like I wanted to say something, I thought that it may upset him or he may feel a certain type of way. But I'm just like, you know, so that's just something with me that I had to conquer.
Do you feel like it was something that probably would have hurt his feelings, but you needed to talk to him about? Like, hurt his feelings as in, like, one of those things that he'll be harboring over for a long time?
Yeah.
Oh. I had that before.
Yeah. I felt it was easier for me to say the things that I wanted to say when we were in a relationship, when we were out of the relationship.
Oh.
Because at that point, it was just like, we ain't in a relationship no more, so I'm just about to, you know, go down the list. Like,
not a list.
Like, not literally a list, but just like things that like kind of resurface, you know, when we were talking. And not talking like as in dating, but just having just a random conversation. I'm just like, oh, you know, you were this, and this. And he was like, oh, I wish you would have told me that then. Like, yeah.
And the way you could communicate now would be what you wanted to communicate then. But how is that communicated now? Even though you could tell a person how you feel now, it's still like they still looking at you like, girl, why you didn't say that? You this and now you don't care.
I don't care because we're not together.
I wish I could have that same attitude.
Look,
it'd be hard to tell people how you feel.
It didn't come overnight.
Yeah,
it didn't come overnight, but I have developed having that no fucks given attitude because I didn't always used to be that way. Again, we are very passive people.
Right.
We're not argumentative. We don't really like confrontation.
But we always arguing.
Yeah, we're always arguing, but see, and it's so funny because
we always debating.
There you go. Me and my friends, we had this talk yesterday. They was like, Jetta, you always arguing. I'm like, no, I'm not always arguing. I said, let's not get that misconstrued. I'm just stating my point.
Period. Why nobody don't get my friends out there? Did you hear?
We are stating our points. We're not arguing. We
don't want to argue.
I'd rather walk away than argue, but I will, before I leave, get my point across so you understand, and then I'm gonna move forward.
Yeah, because but I think that my problem is how many points you want to get across. Like, when is it over?
It's over when I say everything that I need to say.
Thank you.
Like, that's just...
Somebody just told me about myself and said the same thing. Like,
I mean, people tell me about myself all the time, and I'm always open to constructive criticism.
I'm not really.
I'm just like, if you can tell me about myself, then hey, you got to be able to take the same information.
And it's like they would think you have a tit for tat, and it's not the tit for tat. It's like, how you gonna say something about me and you all like 2 steps ahead of me on that level?
I feel like if we both going back and forth, and you eat, and it's easy for you to tell me that I'm very argumentative, but you're standing there or sitting there going back and forth with me. For you to make your point valid on me is for you to say what you have to say and walk away. But for you standing there going back and forth with me, no, we just having a conversation. We debating. Yeah. I'm not arguing with you.
And then we don't want to.
Yeah, I don't have time for that.
Can I just have my point across?
That's it. That's all I want.
Okay, so communication.
Communication.
Nothing else.
Nothing else that I can think of. I mean, I haven't really had that many relationships. Yeah. So, and then I don't want to say they ended... You know, it was all his fault, but it was all his fault.
It's crazy because the way guys define relationships now is confusing.
It's very confusing.
Because I had an actual this is my actual 5th boyfriend ever in life. The one I'm with now, I've been with for 3 years. And it's like, only 5, Janine, you like the other people? I'm like, but you exclusive and then you're dating.
It's like a job interview. It's like... You put your resume in, it's just like, oh, this is a good candidate. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to call them in for an interview. But then it's just like, something just still ain't right.
Right.
Let me interview somebody else real quick. You interviewed about 6 people before you done found the right person for the job.
And not nobody going to ever be that right for you.
Yeah, and I don't do on-the-job training.
Not on the job training.
No. We don't do on-the-job training.
You like me, you don't. Get it together, and it just is what it is. Let's do another topic, girl. What is your pet peeve, since you dating and you're dating now? Mm-hmm. What is a pet peeve of yours while dating?
Not telling me how you feel.
Ooh.
If I sense that something is going on with you, or your mood's change or something, and I say, hey, you know, what's going on, what's wrong, and you say I'm good, that irks me. Because if you're saying that you're good and then later on, you know, something comes up, I'm gonna have to look at you like, but I just asked you what was going on and you didn't tell me. So all of a sudden, something's not right.
Right, and it bothers me when people do that.
Yeah, and that's not with the current guy that I'm dating right now.
Oh, current, y'all, current. So all y'all fellas
amazing.
with the eyes in my comments, put them back.
He's amazing. But this has been past situations.
Yeah,
like
he's amazing.
God.
Do you want to talk about that? Just a snippet, because I like to get exclusives.
Just a snippet.
Just a,
like a snippet.
Yeah, just that pat on your butt type of snippet. But anyway.
Oh, and leaving the toilet seat up.
Okay, see, this is
leaving the toilet seat up.
You hear him, babe? You hear her?
I failed twice.
3 for me, and I'm counting.
I ain't even counting no more because now I'm gonna make sure that the seat is put down before I sit down.
What if you walk? Look it. I failed because I was walking, sleepwalking. Like, you know how you walking after you waking up in the middle of the night to go use the bathroom? I always wake up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom because I'm scary. So I'm like, gotta be aware of stuff. And the toilet seat was up. And I fell in it. But I thought, you know how you touching it and you sleeping, you thinking you didn't quite. No, it wasn't that toilet seat. It was the second one. The rim. But anyway, I get so irritated with that. I'm irritated.
It's bad. Yeah, it's bad. But just as somebody said, so I don't know if it was on Instagram or somebody said it, like, ladies, we be so upset when a guy don't put the toilet seat down, but after we use the bathroom, why we don't put the toilet seat up?
Okay, why y'all trying to get me to think?
I don't know how I can relate to that, but I mean, the toilet seat is supposed to be down unless it's a urinal. You don't have no seat,
right?
So that answers the question.
And I said that answered the question because I know my dude gonna be like, boom.
Yeah, nah.
No, that you don't get a pass.
When you buy a toilet from Home Depot, Lowe's, it come with a seat. You put it down. It's not meant to be up.
Why they don't get it?
Y'all better go ahead and keep that toilet seat down and act like y'all at a carnival.
And I be thinking, when you live with your mom, didn't your mom tell you put your seat down?
Some mamas don't tell them that.
And then what makes me mad is that when I clean up the bathroom, the seat up, I gotta clean all that, not clean the front, clean the second part, clean that part, like y'all. Okay. You know what? You know what a man said on a tweet before? He was like, just how y'all hate the toilet seat down and up and up and down, we hate the hair in the shower, in the sink. I said that's not the same thing. He said we hate the wig sitting on the wig stand.
Well, lucky for me, I don't have any of those issues.
I don't have wigs, but
I don't have wigs. I do want one.
I do, but I'm scared to get one.
I'm scared to get one too. I kind of like my forehead to be exposed.
I feel you on that one.
I do. Like, I'd rather go natural. Although some wigs and weaves are natural, but
right.
I would just rather braids or my own hair.
Oh, really? You don't wear a weave?
I used to, but every single time I got it done, I'm like, this was a waste of money because I hated how it looked. So I was just like, okay, let me just stop getting weaves altogether. Just fix that right there. I'm
looking to grow my natural hair out because I just broke the top part is just so messed up from, heat.
Oh,
so I've been messing up so bad, so I said I'm going to put braids in for about 6 months, and then June come around my dude's birthday, I'm going to wear my real hair. You know how people used to get part in the middle flat iron and it just grows, you get it washed and blow dried. Yeah, I want to do that all over again. I'm going to live my junior high life that I used to like.
Yeah, see, I stay with the middle part. I had a bad experience a couple of years ago with the wig. Lady shaved my sides.
Not the sides.
Shaved my sides. Yes, she did.
Not a black girl side.
She shaved my sides. I said, ooh, when she pulled out that razor, I said,
girl.
She was like, well, this is what I have to do. I'm like, well, okay, do what you got to do. Bad mistake. So ever since then, I've been wearing a side part, and this was years ago. My sides have grown back now.
But you just have that
mentally, I have that painful thought like, yeah, nah. I don't do the curls. I just do the part and straight down. Knee long style and
you
Love
you
Jones.
Can do knee long. You cute. Okay, so is it important to know about your spouse's past relationship, you think?
I don't feel like it's important, but I do feel like it, it can be a conversation. You know, because I mean, let's be real. We all nosy. Even if you say you not nosy,
Period.
everybody's nosy.
And I hate. Don't you hate when somebody be like, I don't care about nobody's business? Yes, you do. You just heard somebody's business yesterday, and you was all in it.
Be like, girl, so what? What else? What else happened? Yeah. So I don't feel like it's important to know. But if you guys are getting to know each other and you're having a conversation, you already know that's going to come up. So you know what happened in your last relationship. Why are you single? And at that point, you can choose to indulge or just to kind of like, you know, give little samples of why. Like, it just didn't work out. You don't have to say, oh, he cheated on me or I cheated. It just didn't work out.
Like, you don't have to bash.
Yeah, you don't have to bash.
No,
I would never bash my ex. If somebody was to ask me, like, what happened? Again, it just didn't work out. We had two different views on life.
I'm sorry, I bashed my ex before.
I'm never going to bash anybody because I look at it like at some point I love that person. So I'm not, unless you just really disrespected me and did some just off the wall foul stuff, I'm still not going to bash you, at least not in public. I'm going to probably, you know, have girl talk over some wine and some cheese or maybe some popcorn or something, you know. But other than that,
I mean, I think a past relationship only can make you stronger, better or stronger.
It can. It can both. It can make you better and stronger, which is why I don't necessarily feel that it's important to know. Because if you're over it, you know what I'm saying, and it made you stronger, you now know what not to do or you now know what to look for. You know, everybody don't have exactly the same red flags, but...
And I think sometimes people consider red flags certain things that a past relationship did, and that's just something that's sometimes normalized with people. People be doing things, and you'll be like, "Oh, I'm not messing with them. They did that." That's something that could be they've been doing for a long time. If you've never pointed that out, they won't know.
Yeah, it's just a learned behavior.
And it's like my guy will point out stuff about me, and I'll be like, "Dang, I didn't even know I did that."
And that's a part of communication. You know what I'm saying? Like, understanding, knowing your partner, observing your partner, really investing in your partner to make your partner better. Right. For y'all both to grow.
The growth is real.
Yeah, the growth is that should be a shirt. The growth is
real. Girl. Boom. But it is. I mean, I know that I was very naive in the past and very childish. And I felt like I had low self-esteem, especially when I was in one of my bad relationships. And I was like, dang, like I haven't healed all the way from it. I can't lie. I haven't healed from some of the stuff that happened to me. But I know that I moved on from it. Okay. I'm not letting it hold me, stump me, that like keep me down, keep me low. Because sometimes people do.
Well, yeah, you got to heal from that. You got to heal from it because
it takes time.
Although it's probably not affecting your current relationship, the fact that you haven't fully healed from it, it's probably withholding you from certain things that can probably, you know, progress on in your relationship.
And then it's good to tell the new relationship like certain things like that. Like, I don't know if I heal because I went to a therapist and she told me I didn't heal from it. And I'm thinking I'm healed. I'm like, I don't want the nigga no more. I don't want the man. I don't want the nigga. I don't want nothing about him. You know what I'm saying? But she's like, no, if something triggers you about that old relationship, you have not healed from it. Like, I would get something and I'd be like, I don't like that. And it's like, because it's a trigger from something in my past. Just like when you have a mom and dad and they used to beat you up all the time. Not mine. But
I wouldn't say I got beat, but I did get whoopings.
Whoopings, right. Just say, I'm never whooping my child because my mama used to whoop me for this. But it's like a trigger. When a child do something, you be like, I'm not going to treat my child like that. I'm going to do it different because I didn't like the way I got treated.
I'm for sure whooping my kids.
For sure.
For sure. Spell the rod, spoil the child.
Let me tell you, pop in the whooping.
Look, it depends on what happened.
Yeah.
Like, it really depends on what happened. I'm not just about to be that parent that's just like whooping my child for everything.
No.
Like, I'm going to I don't want my child to fear me. But I definitely want my child to understand, hey, I'm mama. Simple as that. But spare the rod, spoil the child. They getting some whoopings. Sometimes
because the kids these days is getting beside themselves anyway.
Yeah, they need whoopings. I'm sorry, they need whoopings. I don't care who. My best friend works for Children Family Services, and I told her, I said, look, I'm whooping my child.
Yeah.
And as that to be your niece or nephew, if they act up,
they getting the whooping
too.
So. Okay, we got one more question, and then we gonna hit to a song and then come back and say our goodbyes, right? James, we got a little time for that. Okay, can you be in a relationship with your spouse if you don't like his parents?
That's a real tricky question.
Because I didn't like a parent before.
It's tricky. Luckily for me, out of the little bit of relationships that I was in, I loved all of my spouses, you know, parents, their family. It was nice to know that not only did I love them, but they loved me back. You know what I'm saying? They took me in. They enjoyed the type of person that I was. I always got invited to different things. So I would definitely say that it will be difficult. But if there's love in the relationship and this is somebody that I cannot live without, we just going to have to just go to some type of family therapy. We're going to have to figure this out. Because I'm not going to miss out on an opportunity, you know, that God put before me because, you know, I don't like the parents. We're going to have to figure this out.
Right. So what do you think can you give somebody advice on that?
I would say just have a talk. I mean, everybody's adults in this situation.
Right.
So find out why the mom and or the dad don't like you. I know. Look.
It could be. Do you watch Family and Fiance?
I don't.
Dang, I was going to tell you something.
I mean, it could be a number of things. The mama could not like you because she liked the past girlfriend and she just can't see past why you with this girl. But at some point, the mama got to understand you was once young too. And honestly, I feel like whether it's the son's parents, not the son, whether it's the boyfriend's parents or the girlfriend's parents, you're going to have to sit them down and let them know, like, look, I'm over this age. I'm in a relationship. This is my life. You're going to have to calm down. I love you, but I would never want anybody that I'm dating to choose between me and his parents and vice versa. So that's why if we both love each other and we have a firm understanding that this is what this is and we're not going nowhere, we're going to have to work something out.
Okay, that was Jeanette, y'all. When we come back, we're going to say our goodbyes. But right now, we're going to hit up Lifestyle by Young Thug and a little bit of Birdman. Hey. I had to get a little. Thank you guys for tuning in to G-Vice. This is the 25th episode. We'll be back for 26 next week. Don't forget, Monday, 6 p.m. on the cellularradio.net. Jeanette, let's say some goodbyes from what you got to say, baby.
This was amazing. Never would I have ever thought that I would be on a radio show talking about, my life. And this is amazing. Janine, you're amazing.
Thank you
for this opportunity.
You are too.
This was awesome.
Make sure you give your Instagram.
Oh, so my regular Instagram, like I told you guys, is JBubblin. That's JAYBUBBLIN. Also, my business Instagram is radiant_event rentals. So definitely check them out and just stay tuned on my personal page where I'll be actually dropping the Body by Genetics.
Hey, that was an episode of G-Vice. Thank you, James, for always turning us up in here. My favorite engineer, J1. Okay, make sure you tune in on my YouTube channel. We'll have the visual up tomorrow. Audio out tonight on all platforms, iHeartRadio, iTunes, everything. I ain't going to do the list. You know the list. Okay, see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.